Here in number 12, if you have not done number 11 yet, then please do that first. But for number 12, we see we have a tangent in here. So we're going to need to do a little manipulating of this expression. But first thing we always want to do is we want to replace x with 0, or whatever x is approaching, in this case 0. We have 6 times the tangent of 0 all over 8 times 0. Well, the tangent of 0 is 0. And 8 times 0 is also 0. So we get that indeterminate form 0 over 0, which means we have to do something. We're going to take this 6 and the 8 and we're going to bring them out to the front. So we're going to factor out using that property I mentioned in the last video. And so we have 6 over 8, and I know that can be 3/4, but for right now we're just going to leave it alone. Limit as x approaches 0 of the tangent of x over x. But we're going to write the tangent of x as the sine of x over the cosine of x. And then that's times 1 over x. I didn't have to write that. I could have written x down here. But the bottom line is we can take tangent of x over x and write it as sine of x over cosine of x times 1 over x. So do the math if you don't believe me. And then we will take this 6/8 now, make it a 3/4. So we have 3/4 times. And now we're going to rearrange the terms because we know that multiplication is commutative. We're going to write sine of x over, so we're going to switch around the cosine and the x here. So we have sine of x over x times 1 over cosine of x. So that's what we're taking the limit of. And from the last video, you might remember that the sine of x over x, the limit as x approaches 0 of that is 1. And then when we replace cosine with 1, sorry, cosine with 0, cosine of sorry, I lost my train of thought. 1 over cosine of 0, when we replace x with 0, we get 1 over cosine of 0, and the cosine of 0 is also 1. So this limit here is this part of the function goes to 1. This part of the function also goes to 1. So therefore, this whole thing, this whole limit, is just 1. And then we get 3/4 times 1. 3/4 times 1, which is 3/4. That's how we evaluate a limit with a tangent in there. And I will start a new video for the last 3 problems.